Welcome back to the Patrick Carr Show, everybody. My name is Patrick Carr, as always, your host here. And these monologues are very special to me. It is my time, as you know, to be able to speak directly to you about things that have had a powerful influence on my life, and hopefully some things that are going to bring some value to your life, help change you to be a better person today, a better entrepreneur, a better husband, a better father, wife, whatever it might be. We want to bring some value and some insight to make you the best that you can be today. Now, today's topic is one that I absolutely love. It is something that I have struggled with. I've come out on the other side, and I'm hoping that right now I can bring some real value in this short amount of time that we have together. It is becoming the person that you pretend to be. Now, I came up with this because when we at Blue Collar Media Group are out and we're filming entrepreneurs every single day, I can't tell you the number of people that we will sit there and they'll be sad or they'll be really happy. In fact, let's just use the car salesman example. They'll be like this when they're talking to you, and they're sitting there, and then all of a sudden the red light will turn on, and they go, we are this, and blah, 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 blah. They change their demeanor completely. Their voice goes up, their voice goes down. They're a completely different person when that red light turns on than what they are in their everyday life. There's no congruence at all. And so when the camera goes off, there have been times when I've talked to these people and asked them, I'll say something like, why? Why did you get so excited? Why did you change that about yourself? Because right now we're talking just like normal people. And they'll tell me something like, well, I wanted to bring a lot of energy because I think that people will react to that. I think that people will want to buy from that person. Or even worse, I think that people will stop scrolling when they see a person with energy. And you know what? All of that stuff might be true. But what it is that person is changing for the camera. They're pretending to be somebody different. And I'm here to tell you that oftentimes those are individuals who lack congruence in their life. And they'll get tired of creating content because they're acting like somebody that they're not, and they're constantly having to pretend they're somebody that they really are not in line with. It sucks. It's not fun. But so many of us out there, due to social media, aren't we we're pretending to be somebody that we're really not? Pretending our business is doing better than what it is. We're pretending our relationship is just perfect and wonderful when behind the scenes we're fighting. Pretending our health is right in line when we're battling with disease inside that nobody knows about. We all are battling with these vices every single day that nobody knows. But yet we pretend to be a person who has it all figured out, or at least in a small area of our life that we show the world we're some sort of expert. But what if we did actually become that person that we pretend to be? What if we took the steps to have the business that is what we pretend the business is, or to be the person that does have it figured out? I think that what we would do is we would find that we like the person we become in pursuit of that. And I think that's where the real meaning and joy in life is what I call joyful or blissful dissatisfaction, the pursuit of joy that we have every day, although we may not be satisfied with where we're at. But when you pretend to be something you're not, you're going to get tired of it. And so here's some things that I want to give you some steps, some things that you can do every day to make sure you don't fall into this trap of pretend, of fake. It's another word for it. I think pretend oftentimes, maybe a little childish even, but don't be a fake person. And so the first thing you want to do is don't be someone that you're not. Well, I know that would be kind of that's exactly what we're talking about, Pat. No, but I want you to think about this. If you're not running a multi-million-dollar business, don't tell people you're running a multi-million-dollar business. If you're not driving the Lambo and you don't own it, don't go rent it just to prove a point to people. Don't be someone that you are not. There's value in who you are today. There's not value in who you want to be and pretend to be. Only what you've accomplished. Don't lie to people is number 2. If you aren't doing something, don't say that you are doing it. Because I'm telling you, you're going to get so tired of yourself each and every day by having to live within a lie. Because then another lie has to cover up another one. And a lot of times that comes with insecurity. You don't think that you're enough right now. And you are. You're definitely enough right now. But somewhere along the way, you let somebody else and their talk or how they thought about you, you let them tell you that you're not. I love the saying, and this is something easy to remember. Every negative thought in your head came from another person. Every single one of us were born into this world thinking that we could do anything we wanted to do. In fact, when we were a kid, we thought we could be Superman or Spider-Man or maybe Wonder Woman, didn't we? Heck, we even thought we could be a cartoon. But somewhere along the way, someone told you couldn't do that. And you let them dictate your own thoughts. You let them dictate your dreams in life. I want you to think about that. What did you want to do? What did you dream about becoming? And did somebody else take that away from you? When did it become that you're not good enough? Huh? Well, it's when you start to listen to other people. But, so I don't want you to lie. Next, I want you to celebrate the person you are becoming, not the goal itself. This is a very difficult thing. But I try every single day right now as I try to become a better person to celebrate something I did in my day, even if it is small. Not celebrate the goal that I'm going after. If I'm writing the book like I am right now, I'm not celebrating what's, the book being written. I'm trying to celebrate the wins along the way of the person I'm becoming in writing that book. And even if it's just a discipline that I show in writing that book, that is what I'm celebrating. Because that allows me to be in congruence every single day. I'm not saying I'm an author right now when I'm not an author. I'm writing the book now. I'm taking the steps, the discipline that it takes. And I'm celebrating that discipline each and every day. And the next thing I want you to do, if you want to actually be the person you pretend to be, start caring about the people around you. There's not one person that pretends to be somebody who's a dick. There's not one person who pretends to be an individual that doesn't care about other people. Everyone pretends that they are. Everyone pretends that they care about employees, that they care about their team, that they love their family, that their wife. Isn't that always the facade that people put out there? So why don't you actually try doing it today? Why don't you actually walk into your office and care how employees are doing? Why don't you care about the team? Why don't you actually get up and kiss your wife or bring her flowers? Why don't you do something for your husband? Why don't you make the call that you've been putting off? Why don't you go see your kids in college? Because you say you're a great dad, but you haven't seen them in 6 months. If you started to love the people around you like you pretend, I'm telling you, you'll become that person that you pretend to be. In this world of social media, everybody is pretending to be somebody they're not. Heck, I'll be the first one to say even I have fallen victim to this, even though I try in my life not to. It's because we want to sell a product or because we think people will like us more, or that we're going to be accepted. Some external validation that we need in our life, don't we? To feel good about ourselves. And it comes from because we have to hit some dopamine hit of scrolling, and we hope that somebody will stop scrolling, to stop and pay attention to us, say something nice to make us feel better about ourselves and that in which we're trying to do. The person that you pretend to be out there, I'm telling you, they would love themselves regardless of what externally somebody says about them. And I hope today that maybe this gives you permission to love you. Love yourself like you're somebody worth loving. Love yourself like you love other people. Actually care about how other people are doing. That's who you pretend to be. And if you can just sit there and you can go, listen, I'm done pretending. I'm going to be that person. I'm going to be that individual. That when people look at it and they look at my marriage online, that is the marriage that I have. I'm determined to go get that. Then go get it. Go be that father. Go be that entrepreneur today. And I'm telling you, if you can take those steps, just simple steps right there, you're going to live a more fulfilled life, and you're not going to have to pretend anymore. And just as I tell those people when they work with Blue Collar in our company, just be who you are, authentically who you are. When you do that, you'll never get tired of creating content because that's who you are, and you're going to have value in that. You don't have to try to change or pretend to remember what lie you told to somebody. Instead, you can just try to bring value to other people's life. And the way that I look at it is that if you can bring some value, if you can make somebody else's life easier, better, if you can just help them in some way, then I'm telling you, you're going to have a life that is, well, joyful is the best way I should probably put it. So go out and with an intention today, make somebody else's life better. I think that we'd all live in a better world if we could in fact do that and become the person that you pretend to be. Until next time, everybody, I thank you so much for joining us right here. If you're on social media, I'm sure that you can pick us up on a number of other channels. Blue Collar Media Group, we've got a channel over there if you want to see the work that we do. As always, appreciate you stopping by here, listening to this monologue. If you like it, give it a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. We very much appreciate it. My name is Patrick Carr. I'll see you next time.